Somebody, so Jim, and let's go ahead and do another Beatles video. I've done so many Beatles videos now. It's kind of becoming a thing that I'm doing. It's just those are Beatles videos, but there isn't the main thing I do on my channel. I do all sorts of things on my channel, but the main thing is probably still going to be reviews. But for today's video, it's going to be, in my opinion, five underrated Beatles songs. They're not the five. I don't really have the five. They're just five that I think are very underrated. There are quite a lot I do think are underrated. So I might do another video or other videos to do with this. But I think for now, it's just going to be a one-off talk about my five underrated Beatles songs. So you can let me know which Beatles songs you think are underrated in the comment section below. And before we get started, there's a book I recently got by an author called Kit O'Toole. She's also done a book about Michael Jackson. She's done a book all about the underrated Beatles songs, and just quite a lot of facts about it, and her experience with the Beatles as well. So, and that book's available at Amazon. I'm not sure where else you can find it, but I bought mine on Amazon, and it came yesterday. I've just read a little bit of it, but so far I'm really enjoying the book, and highly recommend it to any Beatles fan. So you can go ahead and look at you can go ahead and find that on Amazon. The link to the name of the book is in the description below, because I actually, to be honest, can't remember the whole title, so I'm going to link in the description below what the title of the book is called. But now we'll get to it with a couple of honourable mentions. So for the honourable mentions, I've got two from A Hard Day's Night, being Any Time at All and You Can't Do That. There's quite a lot of songs in A Hard Day's Night that not many people really talk about, but they're the two that just stand out to me the most. As far as Any Time at All goes, I think it's an excellent opener to the second side of A Hard Day's Night, and I would rate it a 10 out of 10. I think it's a masterpiece. But You Can't Do That. It's a song that I overlooked quite a lot at first, but the more I listened to it, the more I thought it's not a masterpiece or anything, but I do feel like this is an incredible song nonetheless. And I actually heard it in a Beatles tribute concert near where I live, and I was very appreciative that they went ahead and sang a lesser known Beatles song rather than singing all the Beatles songs that a lot of people know. It was just quite cool for them to do an obscure Beatles song like that. It just shows that tribute band really knew their Beatles stuff, which I found absolutely incredible. So the other honourable mentions are also from 1964, and that is the Beatles The Sale album. I do think it's quite an overlooked album. I don't think it's an amazing album or anything, but I do think it's a pretty great one. And it's probably because it's in between A Hard Day's Night and Help. They're both incredible albums, and they both had a film as well. Maybe that's why this album doesn't get spoken about much, but it's also going to be another song from Beatles The Sale I will talk about in a bit. But as far as the honourable mentions are concerned, these are songs that I think are masterpieces. They're the first two songs of this album, and that is No Reply and I'm a Loser. I absolutely love No Reply, an excellent opener to the album. I overlooked these songs when I first heard them, but I feel like a lot of Beatles fans nowadays are talking about them a little bit more, so that's why they're not in my top five, because I do feel like they're getting a bit more popular now. But I just absolutely love them. I love that No Reply, it sort of just changes key in the middle of it. I just absolutely love that. I think the drumming from Ringo is absolutely incredible. I'm not sure if it changes key, but there is definitely something that does change in the song. I'm not 100% sure what you would call it though, because I'm not a music expert or anything. But the songwriting's amazing. The vocals are amazing. It's just an incredible song from beginning to the end of the song. So, and the other honorable mention from this album is I'm a Loser. It's got the harmonica, one of my favourite musical instruments of all time. And I think I do prefer No Reply, but I do absolutely love I'm a Loser as well. I think the melody is amazing, the lyrics are amazing. I think it's close to being just as amazing as No Reply. I just prefer No Reply a little bit more, probably because of Ringo's drumming, but Ringo's drumming here is excellent as well. But now we'll get to it with my number five for five underrated Beatles songs, and that is I'll Get You, which is a single from 1963. So before we continue with this video, these songs are in the order that they were released. They're not in some random order. which you can go ahead and put yours in a random order if you want. If you want to go ahead and let me know what you think are the most underrated Beatles songs in the comment section below. But I'm not sure this is the order that they were recorded in, but I wanted to do it in the order that they were released in. But the number one on this video might be the most underrated Beatles song for me. And I wouldn't mind doing any more. I wouldn't mind doing more videos of this 5 underrated Beatles songs. But and you could let me know if you want me to do any more of these in the comment section below. I'm happy to do more, but if you don't want me to do any more, I'm happy not doing that either. I've got plenty of other videos to go ahead and make, but we'll continue on with this video now. So from I'll Get You, it's also got the harmonica as well. I think it's put to better use here. The harmonica is my one of my favorite instruments. If I've not said so already, I just absolutely love it. The melody is incredible. The lyrics are incredible. It's just an all-round perfect Beatles song. That it's just classic early Beatles for me. I just absolutely love it, and I just think it's one of the Beatles' better singles that they put out, and one of the better songs from 1963. In case you're wondering what that sound was, it was my iPad pen. So that was what that was. So that's really all I'm gonna say for my number 5. We'll continue on with the list. We'll get to my number 4. And now for my number 4, this is from Beatles to Sale, released in 1964, and that is I'll Follow the Sun, which is, I think it's one of Paul McCartney's first songs he wrote. I just absolutely love it. When I first heard it, I thought it was just a really nice song, but the more I've heard it, the more I think it's not just a 10 out of 10, but it's my favourite song from the album. I absolutely love it. It gets me a bit every single time. I love the lyrics, and just the fact this is one of Paul McCartney's first songs, I think. It's just he definitely had an amazing career ahead of him. If this is one of his first songs, I just absolutely love it. Brilliant melodies, brilliant messaging, and just an all-round perfect song. And for me, my number 3 is another single from 1960. This is from 1965. My number 3 is Yes It Is. I absolutely love Yes It Is. I think it's just an incredible Beatles song. I will get to the reasons why I absolutely love this song now. It's got quite a unique instrument. I don't think it's the same instrument as the instrument in I Need You, which is quite another underrated Beatles song, and that's why some help. But it has got quite a unique instrument. Whether it's the same or not, I don't not 100% sure. You can let me know that in the comment section below. I might just go ahead and look it up myself. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess. But absolutely love this song. It's got a 3-part harmony with John Lennon, Paul McCartney, and George Harrison. It's also just got amazing lyrics, which we'll talk more about the lyrics in a sec. I'll go ahead and get the lyrics up and talk about the lyrics that I love the most in this song. I think there's some of the best lyrics in the Beatles song. I just absolutely love it. I love that it's quite slower paced. It reminds me of This Boy with the 3-part harmony, because This Boy's also got that as well. That was a song I was actually tempted to put in here, but I think quite a lot of people talk about that song, but not many people really talk about this song. I've not really got too much else to really talk about, so we'll now for this song, but we'll now dive into the lyrics more, and then we'll continue on with this list. Here we go. I've got the lyrics with me here. There's one specific section that I do absolutely love in this song. I'm trying to find it. Here it is. Please don't wear red tonight. This is what I said tonight. For red is the colour that will make me blue. In spite of you, it's true. Yes, it is. It's true. Yes, it is. I absolutely love that line, but that whole section really is probably my favourite part of the whole song. I also love the bridge part in the song as well. Just every single thing about the song I do love. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. I will continue on down for this list, so we'll now move on to my number 2, which is another single. Another single from 1968 at this time. So let's go ahead and get to it now. So my number 2 in this video is The Inner Light, which is a very underrated Beatles single in my opinion. One of George Harrison's, I think, just beautiful Beatles songs, and I feel like it closes out this trilogy of psychedelic George Harrison Beatles songs. So you've got Love You Too from Revolver, Within You Without You from Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, and then you've got this one, which is a single. This is my favourite of those three. Then Within You, Without You, and I Love You Too. And then Love You Too. And I was never the biggest fan of those songs, but now I absolutely love them. But when I first heard The Inner Light, I thought it was incredible straight away. I didn't even know that this song existed. I went through all the past masters, listened to them, looked up the meaning, but the only one I didn't do it for was The Inner Light. For some reason, I forgot that one. So before I listened to the Beatles anthology, that was the last Beatles song I hadn't heard, which I just couldn't believe that I never heard that one. I'm not counting like the demos and stuff like that, but as far as like an official released Beatles song and one that came out when the Beatles were still a band, that one is The Inner Light. I absolutely love it. Brilliant instrumentation, which is probably my favourite part, although George Harrison's vocals are absolutely amazing here as well. I've not really got too much else to really say about it, but I just think the song is quite significant to me. I just absolutely love it, and it's one of my favourite Beatles psychedelic songs. I think it's just absolutely amazing, and it's not my top 100 Beatles songs of all time, but I do think it is very, very close to being there for me. Before we talk about my number one for this video, I want to say that the Inner Light, George Harrison's son, he actually sang this, a version of this, so you can go ahead and listen to that. I'll link that in the description below. It's not a very long video, so I'd highly recommend to watch it. It's just very, really cool to see his son singing one of his dad's songs. It's just absolutely amazing. It's not a complete different version or anything. And it just sounds like him as well. I just think it's just an absolutely incredible version of the song. It's not a song I don't think you can listen to on Spotify or anything, but it is just absolutely amazing. There's no instrumentation, I don't think. I think it's just him singing. I've not seen the video for a while, so I might go ahead and watch it once I link this video in the description below. So again, these are in the order of release, and we're going back to 1968, same year as The Inner Light, and that is going to go ahead and be I Will from the White Album. Absolutely love I Will. I think it's a very overlooked Beatles song, probably because the White Album's got 30 songs in it, and this album's not even 2 minutes long. Sorry, this song is not the whole album's over an hour, but this song is just under 2 minutes, and I think I love the lyrics, I love the vocals from Paul McCartney, I love the melody. You could just say it's just a generic Beatles love song, but I really love I Will. I just think it's a beautiful song that when I first heard it, I thought, wow, this is an incredible song. And all these songs that I think are the 5 underrated Beatles songs, are just 5 underrated Beatles songs. I'll rate all these a 10, and you can again let me know what you think are the most underrated Beatles songs in the comment section below. It doesn't have to be in particular order, or could be what I did, which was the order of release. So it's entirely up to you what you want to go ahead and do. But in my opinion, I think this is the most underrated one on this list, and it might be the most underrated Beatles song of all time, but it's not my favourite underrated Beatles song. It's just one that really not many people talk about. But I think my favourite underrated Beatles song, I find it hard to really know what is underrated and what isn't. So if I do another video like this, I might have my favourite underrated Beatles song of all time, but at the moment I don't actually know. Well, I've done my top 100 songs on the Beatles, which I will link in the description below. I've done my top 100 songs for the Beatles on Spotify, so I've done 100 to 51, and I've got one from 50 to number 1. So you can see what my favourite underrated Beatles song is there, but I'm not really sure what you would say is underrated and what isn't. It's just your opinion, really. What Beatles songs do you think are underrated or not? So thank you for watching this video. I enjoyed making it. Hopefully you enjoyed watching it. Peace and love to the Beatles. And don't forget to leave a like, subscribe and comment. And that's really all I'm going to say here. You can also put the notification bell on so you know when I'm going to be doing a video. And that's really all I'm going to say here. Again, there are a few things linked in the description below, being my top 100 Beatles songs, to number 100 to number 51, and number 50 to number 1, and they're on Spotify. And on Amazon, there's the Kit O'Toole album, which, well, not the Kit O'Toole album, it's a book on underrated Beatles songs, and that's linked in the description below the name of the book. So, that's really all I'm going to say here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace and love, and ciao.